Hello and welcome to the start of the qualifying of the MXGP class here in Lommel. Now I want to speak to Glenn Coldenhoff. Now the reason I want to speak to you, Glenn, is because a couple of rounds back in Latvia, the last sand race we had, you won your first overall in MXGP class, didn't you? And of course now we're back in the sand, so all eyes are on you. No pressure?
No pressure at all, you know. I've won that GP and I felt really good out there, and actually this track is not one of my favorites, and even this morning I didn't feel really well, but anyway the times are really close to each other, and just going to give it all tomorrow. Today take a little bit easy because tomorrow is going to be really tough.
I mean the track's pretty tough already, isn't it, in terms of its conditions? Compared to tomorrow when we've had more races, it's going to get even harder. Yeah,
for sure. Like we have 6 classes here this weekend. So and they don't have many time to prepare the track a little bit, and so for sure it's going to be really tough tomorrow, and also it's going to be pretty warm tomorrow. So it's going to be a tough one, that's for sure.
Good luck for qualifying. Thanks for that, Glenn. Now I want to have a word with Sean Simpson. I'll just get you in the light to see your face in the sunshine. Sean, I know last year you were 3rd overall here, weren't you, in Lommel, and of course you did some fast laps in that time practice. Are you looking to perhaps make some points up in this qualifying and in this Grand Prix?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I've been looking forward to this Grand Prix for a while. A few people said, oh, you would have liked the sand in Latvia, and Latvia's not really sand. This is proper sand here in Lommel, and I'm hoping Assen's going to be the same in a few weeks' time. So let's see if I can really pull something out of the bag this weekend and not just make up points, but really show people what I'm about, and that I can ride the sand well, which a lot of people do know. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. I really do think that we're in for a good weekend, and make sure I keep my head screwed on tight and stay on it.
And just quickly, I know you need to go, but you did say the rougher the better the track. What is it about this track here in Lommel and it being so rough that you like so much?
I just think, it sorts the men out from the boys. You really see.
You're a man, Sean.
I'd like to think myself as a man, yeah. You really see, who's done their preparation, whose bike setup's good, and who's going to be strong the last 5-10 minutes of the moto. So I'd prefer it was 35 plus 2 around here, but I think, should be good fun.
A man, not a boy. Best of luck, Sean. Thank you. Time for the MXGP qualifying race.
In time practice, it was Roman Fevre who was fastest. Yamaha Factory Racing Yamaloup, ahead of Kevin Strybos, Sean Simpson, Genny Bobashev and Gauthier Paulin, with Jeremy Van Horbeek in 6th. And this Lommel circuit, the roughest that it was going to be all day for the MXGP riders as they were about to embark on their qualifying race. Sean Simpson on board with him, the gate dropped, and it wasn't a good getaway for the KTM rider, nor too for the Honda of Paulin, who got squeezed by his teammate through the first turn. Simpson buried behind Searle and Todd Waters around 15th place as he came through the first turn, but it was the 2 Suzukis of Coldenhoff and Strybos, followed by the 2 Yamahas, as Jose Boutron fell on the first lap. Sean Simpson buried mid-pack through the rhythm section, but wasting no time finding his way through, passing Gauthier Paulin here. And then going after Tommy Searle and Evgeny Bobashev immediately on the Hitachi Revo KTM. And by the end of the first lap, it was Strybos, Coldenhoff, Van Horbeek, Fevre, the championship leader with the red plate, and Sean Simpson, followed by the number 11 of Philip Bengtsson on the 24 MX Honda. 2 Hondas of Paulin and Bobashev locked together as they struggled to stay with Simpson in the early stages of the race. Fevre made a slight mistake that allowed Sean Simpson to find a way through, who was jumping the quad and then going double-double into the final corner, gaining valuable seconds over Jeremy Van Horbeek, number 89. That putting Simpson into 4th place. There was Strybos, the race leader, number 22, Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MXGP. And Simpson going for the quad, Van Horbeek only tripling, and you see the difference that part of the track alone made for the rider from Scotland. Out of the final turn, he then went after Glenn Coldenhoff, And a lap later, he was past the 259 Suzuki up the inside, then went after the number 22 of Strybos over on the far side of the circuit. Couldn't quite get the job done here, but then a couple of corners later, over the hill. He went from the left-hand side to the right and neatly found his way through up the inside, and that was Sean Simpson leading by lap 4. Remember, he started about 15th through the first 2 turns on the opening lap. So with Simpson leading the way, Strybos there second, a 259 Koldenhoff third, and Roman Febvre all of a sudden started to look interested in 4th ahead of his teammate Van Horbeke and Bengtson, who was having a good ride in 6th place. Simpson being urged on by the crowd. Eventually, Febvre found his way into 2nd, pushing Koldenhoff back to 3rd into the clutches of his teammate. And the 2 Hondas still struggling to break free from each other. Paulin on the outside, getting squeezed by his teammate Bobashev. And that was the rushing through into 7th place as Febvre started to gain ground on Sean Simpson at the head of the field. Both riders gapping the 2 Suzukis of Koldenhoff and Strybos as Tommy Searle retired around lap 6. On board with Sean Simpson, who was being caught hand over fist by Roman Febvre, who looked very comfortable on that factory Yamaha. But Sean Simpson able to just gap the Frenchman by jumping the quad just before the finish line. And you see the difference that kind of advantage made to Sean Simpson throughout the whole of the race. Koldenhoff having a good solid ride in 3rd, but in the second half of the race, Kevin Strybos, number 22, started to gain 2nd wind and went back after his young Dutch Suzuki teammate, albeit from the Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe squad. Simpson looking assured though at the head of the field, doing enough just to stay ahead of Roman Febvre, who then started to lose ground to the tune of around 2 seconds, but still continued to fight on. Strybos getting closer to Koldenhoff, but once again Roman Febvre getting close to the rear wheel of Sean Simpson in the battle for the lead. And with about 4 laps to go, Kevin Strybos was right on the rear wheel of Koldenhoff and eventually found his way through. Strybos coming home in 3rd place. Gauthier Paulin, number 21, just ahead of Todd Waters on the Red Bull Ice One factory Husqvarna. Those two fighting over 7th and 8th. But Sean Simpson, that's the quad, and that's the triple. So you see the difference between the 2 guys going 4 or 3 on the run up towards the finish line. In the closing stages of the race, Sean Simpson started to hit back markers, but was able to find his way through without too many problems. Strybos was clear in 3rd, Koldenhoff in 4th, and it was a win for Simpson. Febvre 2nd, Strybos 3rd in the MXGP qualifying race.
Sean Simpson, congratulations. You won the qualifying race, the MXGP of Belgium. Not the best start, but it was the best racing we've seen from you all year. You're jumping the quads. It was incredible to watch.
Yeah, starts have let me down this year so far, but that's why a track like Lommel can produce so good racing, because you can even fall off on the first lap and still come back to even win it. And Jeffrey Herlings has showed that before, so I enjoyed it, really did enjoy it. Nice and hot, nice and bumpy, loads of sand out there, so definitely looking forward to tomorrow, but tomorrow's going to be another animal.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Kevin, congratulations. 3rd in qualifying. You took the lead at the start, a little battle with Koldenhoff, but you couldn't quite maintain that.
Sure, no, I think the first 2-3 laps was quite good, and then I don't know, I got a setback, and I don't know why. I didn't feel good. My lap times dropped like 2 or 3 seconds a lap, and I had to regroup, and in the end I was a little bit better, but not so happy. Not so happy for now. We tried to do better in the race.
Good luck, thank you.
Thanks.
Roman Febvre, congratulations. 2nd in the qualifying race, the MXGP of Belgium. You're proving that you are a threat in the sand as well as on hard pack, but you couldn't quite catch Sean.
No, the start wasn't so good, and I was 3rd or 4th. And the first lap, I make some mistake to choose the line, and then my teammate passed me, and I struggled a little bit the first few minutes, and after. My teammate was behind, and I couldn't follow him, and I passed him directly, and I could catch the Suzuki guys on the front. I passed them, I catch Sean, and many times we was like this.